including this heat. Sean Castor, sophomore from UC Riverside, ran 8:30.29 for second. Lauren McCluskey Memorial 3K, ran his PR 7th, 2022 MPSF 3K. Joshua Mendoza, sophomore from UC Riverside, ran 8:31.14. Finished third of that same Lauren McCluskey meet, 10th of the MPSF meet. Maxwell Scott, junior from Montana, has in run 8:29.98. He was 7th of Lauren McCluskey. And Ellis McKean, senior, is unattached. He's a junior from Montana. He's run 8:33.14, 7th at the Big Sky Steeple last year. Camden McChesney, junior from Portland State, ran for Newburgh, 8:31.19, 4th the Portland Indoor Mile, part of the Oregon McChesney family. We have Noah Hasselblad, sophomore from Eastern Washington, ran a mile 4:18.93, 10th the Lauren McCluskey mile. So he ran his PR. Alex Solberg, who's got the 8:15 seed, sophomore from Portland State, ran for Lebanon, 10:02.15 in high school. 6th Portland Indoor Mile. And Cade Smith, junior from Idaho State, 8:41.77, 8th at the State Open, 39th at the 2022 National Junior College Cross Country Meet. Hip 1 is Maxwell Scott, 2 Solberg, 3 Castor, 4th McKean, Hip 5 Hasselblad, Hip 6 Babel, Hip 7 Mendoza, Hip 8 Smith, Hip 9 McChesney, Hip 10 Cortinas, Hip 11 Carter, Hip 12 Fulbright, Hip 13 Murrah Smith. So nobody with any great marks, way ahead of anybody else. Hasselblad in their lead, 32-37. .805 pace. Murrah Smith in second. Then it's Scott, Castor, Carter, and Solberg. Hasselblad, 105.02 after 32.65, followed by Scott of Montana. Didn't want Hasselblad to run away with it. Then Murrah Smith, Mendoza, Carter, and Solberg. Hasselblad, 33.18, 1:38.20. 600 meters, 3 laps. Then it goes to Scott, 1:38.90. Then Solberg leads the pack at 1:40.08. Hasselblad, 33.66, 2:11.86 through 800 meters. Maxwell Scott of Montana right up on him. Then a pack led by Solberg, Mendoza, McChesney, Murrah Smith, Carter, Castor, all in the group. Hasselblad and Scott. And Solberg leads a group. Solberg leading the group back to Hasselblad. Hasselblad, 2:45.85, 33.99 in that lap. Scott, 33.90, 2:46.13. Solberg, 2:46.77. Hasselblad, I believe, pace setting. Looking for 8:10 or so, I guess. Hasselblad, Scott, Solberg, McChesney, Mendoza, Castor, and Murrah Smith. Scott in the lead now at Hasselblad. Then it's Solberg, McChesney, Mendoza, Castor, and Murrah Smith. $33.16 for Scott. McChesney moves into third. $33.79, $354.93 at 1,400 meters. Scott, Hasselblad, McChesney, leading Solberg, Mendoza, and Castor. With Murrah Smith trailing off. Scott in the lead. Scott, Hasselblad, Castor now, and then McChesney. Meters, 4:26.19 for Scott. Sub 8:20 pace for Maxwell Scott. 33:21 for Scott. Hasselblad just passed now by Castor. Actually, Castor is in third right now. Hasselblad 33.85 into that lap. 32.84. Castor does not want to lose. He's picked up the pace. Now he's going to pass Hasselblad and try to catch Scott. Scott and then Castor. Castor into the lead. Castor after 33.35. 5:34.45. Scott slowed to 35.13. But he's still right there, as is Hasselblad. Then you go back to Mendoza ahead of Solberg and McChesney. Castor, Scott, and Hasselblad. Castor's second recently at the McCluskey Memorial. 34.07 on that lap, 6:08.52 with 4 laps to go. 800 meters. Scott right there along with Hasselblad. He's a little bit back. Mendoza in fourth leads a group with Solberg, McChesney, and then Smith, who was way back, has now moved into seventh. Back in the lead, Maxwell Scott, 2 laps to go. Or, I'm sorry, 3 laps to go. Scott, 34.33 on that lap. Castor, 34.95. Hasselblad, 34.54. Mendoza in fourth, just ahead of Solberg and McChesney. Scott, 35.11 on that lap. Castor, 35.18, still right in there. And Hasselblad. Then a little bit more than 6 seconds back, Mendoza. Followed by Solberg as Castor's struggling a bit. Hasselblad trying to chase Scott now. .250 meters to go for Maxwell Scott. Scott, 200 to go. 7:51.30 after 32.95. Hasselblad, 33.90, 7:52.77. Castor, 7:53.50. Less than 200 to go now for our competitors. Scott opening it up. Less than 100 to go for Maxwell Scott. Nobody around. It's Maxwell Scott finishing strong. Running 8:22.41. Hasselblad, 8:24.08. Castor, 8:26.82.